Yo, what is up, guys? It is Nick, or the Notorious Fantasy, back in today with another fantasy football video. Today's video is quarterbacks to avoid in your 2019 fantasy football draft. So before I start the video and get into all of these quarterbacks that I am going to avoid in my draft, I'd like to ask you guys, could please go down below and click that subscribe button. Not only is it going to help me, it's going to help you, because you guys are going to be able to dominate your draft with all of these tips I'm giving you every single day. 3 videos every single day. During the regular season, I'm going to help you guys make the correct trades, correct matchups, correct streams, correct trades, waivers, all of that. I'm going to help you do all of that. And then during the postseason, it's going to be the exact same thing. And then once you win your fantasy football championship, you're going to be able to kiss that fantasy football trophy. If you don't already have a fantasy football trophy, ring, belt, or draft board, you can go down below and check out my sponsor, fantasybros.com. Use code Notorious for 5% off at checkout. It would really help me if you guys just checked it out. You don't even have to buy anything. It would just be cool to look at. So let's start the video. Quarterbacks to avoid in 2019. The first guy I'm going to avoid is Patrick Mahomes. His ADP in a 12-team league is the second, round 2, pick 12, and he's the quarterback 1 off the board. So there's nothing wrong with Mahomes at all. I think he'll be a great quarterback in real life, be pretty good in fantasy football, but going a quarterback so early ruins your depth at skill positions. Your running back's going to be worse, your wide receivers are going to be worse, your tight end's going to be worse, and you're just getting a good quarterback. And quarterbacks don't necessarily win you the championship in fantasy football. A lot of teams that had Pat Mahomes didn't win last year, even at such a huge discount, like the 10th round. Now Pat Mahomes is going in the second round or the third round. So not even gaining any value in drafting a guy super late. Likely he won't even hit the 50 touchdowns that he hit last year. Now, 50 touchdowns has only ever been done like 15 times ever in NFL history, and only done, I think, twice in back-to-back seasons. So it's pretty impossible for him to throw 50 touchdowns again. Could he hit it? Yeah, but will it be worth your second-round pick? If he doesn't hit it, probably not. If he hits 50 touchdowns and you draft perfectly, then yeah, maybe it's worth the pick. But if you have any inconsistency in your draft, even if you draft perfectly, Pat Mahomes is just not worth the second round pick, in my opinion, so I'm avoiding him here in 2019. The second guy I want to talk about here is Carson Wentz. His ADP is the 7th round, pick 7, quarterback 6 off the board. Things to know about Carson Wentz. He's been injured in the past 2 years. In 2017, it was the ACL and the LCL injury that put him down, and then Big Dick Nick Foles carried him into the Super Bowl and won the Super Bowl. And in 2018, he had that back injury, and Foles almost put on a magical performance to get them back to the Super Bowl yet again. He has really little rushing upside. You think Wentz is kind of mobile. Yes, he's good out of the pocket, but he only runs for like 100, 150 yards every single year. That's not much of a rushing upside. And the team doesn't really rally behind him. The team didn't play as good last year as they played with Nick Foles, in my opinion. Not even my real opinion, because it's just facts. Nick Foles had a better record with the team, and Carson Wentz made the team look like shit. I don't think Carson Wentz was worth the money they spent on him in real life, and I certainly don't think he's worth it pick here in fantasy. I'd much rather wait and get a guy later, or go with a guy like a lot safer around him, like Matt Ryan or Drew Brees, way safer than Carson Wentz. Now, if Carson Wentz magically stays healthy, he could be a top 5 guy, but I really just don't see that happening, and I don't see the team rallying behind him this year. So the third guy to avoid, not the best guy, the third guy to avoid out of the 5 in this list is Andrew Luck. His average draft position is round 7, pick 11. He's quarterback number 7. Now, Andrew Luck was amazing last year. He played great. He rallied the team to go 10-1 down the stretch. They were a great team, but now he's dealing with a calf strain that started in June or July. I think it was July, and now, no, it wasn't even in July. It was in April. My bad. I wrote the completely wrong thing down. And now it's an ankle injury. It went from a calf strain to an ankle injury, and his week 1 availability is unknown. We don't know if he'll play week 1. Who knows if he'll play even week 2, week 3, week 4, week 5. He said back in 2017, I believe, when he didn't even play at all, that he was going to be fine for week 1. And where was he? He was nowhere to be found. He says he's going to be fine for week 1. Who knows if that beautiful man will be alive and be able to play for week 1. Now, his ADP has plummeted for a good reason. Now, he was originally going around like the 5th round. He was like the second quarterback off the board. Now he's QB7, so his value has clearly fallen off for a good reason. So we are going to avoid Andrew Luck here in the 7th round. So the next guy I'm going to talk about here is Russell Wilson. ADP 9th round, pick 10, QB12. He's on a very run-heavy team. They love running the ball. They're going to be one of the most run-heavy teams in the NFL. A lot of quarterbacks that go around him have just so much higher upside than Russell Wilson, because they're going to be passing the ball more. They're going to be running the ball more, like themselves, not just the running backs. Guys that I'm talking about are guys like Dak Prescott, That's going a bit later. Lamar Jackson going a lot later, and Lamar Jackson going around a similar range to Russell Wilson. I think that Russell Wilson's a great real life quarterback, but what you need to understand is just because the guy's great in real life, he's clutch. I know, like when they're down in the game, he can go clutch and win them the game. But in fantasy football, his clutch factor doesn't really fucking matter because when at the end of the day, you need him to play good every single week. You need to play good for fantasy football, and that means slinging the ball a lot, throwing the ball a lot, running the ball a lot, and he just will not do that. So I'm avoiding Russell Wilson here at the ninth round pick 10. So the last quarterback I'm going to be avoiding is Tom Brady, ADP 1111. Quarterback 17 off the board. He'll likely go way ahead of this ADP in casual leagues. And you're at home league, he may be the first or second quarterback off the board because people have a hard on for Tom Brady. And I don't believe that it is warranted at all. Yes, he is the greatest quarterback of all time, likely. I mean, I don't want to have some type of debate. Maybe he's not the best, but I think he is. He has been playing my whole life. I'm 20 years old. This man has been in the NFL the whole time I was alive. So age plays a bit of a factor now. He hasn't fallen off yet. He's still a great quarterback, but he's not great in fantasy football. He doesn't have any rushing upside. I think he just hit 1,000 yards rushing in 20 years. That is so bad in fantasy football where you want a quarterback that is more mobile because you get every time they rush for 10 yards, you get 1 point, but they have to throw 25 yards to get 1 point. The team likes running the ball more and more over the years. They rely heavily more on the run game or these dump off passes that aren't really getting Tom Brady a shit ton of points. He has no real big game potential. He's never going to blow up and throw 4 touchdowns in a game unless it's like the playoffs or the Super Bowl because during the regular season, he just throws like 2 touchdowns every single game. He's pretty safe, I guess. But he really doesn't have that upside that he's not really going to win you your championship. You're not going to win your fantasy football championship because of Tom Brady, but you may win your real Super Bowl because of Tom Brady. So, thank you guys all for watching this video. If you did end up enjoying this video, please leave a like. If you ended up hating the video, click the dislike button and leave a comment on, oh, Tom Brady's amazing. Say whatever the fuck you want. Maybe you love Tom Brady. Maybe you love the Patriots. And maybe you think Tom Brady will be the best quarterback in fantasy football. I'll tell you that is wrong right now, but you can comment that anyway. So, thank you guys all for watching. I love every single one of you. Thank you for 500 subscribers. It really means a lot to me that I hit that. And we are going to absolutely hit that of the enemy team in fantasy football every single week. So thank you guys all for watching. I love you all, like I said, and have a great rest of your day. Goodbye, guys.